This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore.
Over the past several months, I've been talking about Ginni Thomas, the wife of Clarence Thomas, the justice sitting currently on the Supreme Court. I believe, other than maybe Breyer, he is the longest sitting justice on the Supreme Court. He's been there a long time, since the 90s. Since before I was able to vote, he's been there. And his wife, first of all, they're both conservative nutters. They are both cultish devotees to Donald Trump and his fascist agenda to the United States. That is just a fact. She actually used to be in a legit, actual cult, not tongue-in-cheek cult member, a real cult member. I've done videos about it. And she took an active hand in attempting to overthrow the United States government. I've done videos about that. I'll link to all of the videos about Ginni Thomas in the description below. I would encourage you to educate yourself about what it is she has undertaken. She has not only unduly influenced with direct communications to the White House Chief of Staff, Mark Meadows, about overturning the election. She also emailed 29 Arizona state legislators trying to get them to interfere in the settled, free, and fair election of Joe Biden. And then we're learning she also emailed John Eastman, the former law clerk of her husband, Clarence Thomas, in an attempt to lend a hand in overturning the election, in overthrowing the United States government. And she has been asked to testify before the January 6th House Select Committee. And she has said, apparently, that she can't wait to do it. This is what they all say in the beginning. Oh, I can't wait to get my day. I can't wait to testify. I'm going to set the record straight. Just like John Eastman, who ended up pleading the fifth over 100 times. Her pal, John Eastman. Her husband's pal, John Eastman, who was the architect, the legal architect of the attempt to overthrow the United States government. I'm going to read a little bit from this Reuters article where she is so gleefully volunteering. She can't wait to clear up the misconceptions. Here's the headline. Ginni Thomas says she can't wait to talk to January 6th committee. Virginia, Ginni Thomas, wife of Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas, is eager to appear before the Congressional Committee investigating the January 6, 2021 attack on the United States Capitol, she told the Daily Caller news website on Thursday. So rather than going to an actual legitimate news organization, Ginni Thomas is going to Tucker Carlson's, the white supremacist, white nationalist, white separatist, dangerous demagogue, Tucker Carlson. She's going to his little website, the Daily Caller. Great. Perfect. Thomas was responding to comments by the committee's chairman, Democrat Benny Thompson, that suggested the panel would seek her testimony. Quote, I can't wait to clear up misconceptions. I look forward to talking to them, Thomas told the Daily Caller. The Washington Post reported earlier this week that the committee had obtained emails between Thomas and attorney John Eastman, who was involved in efforts to block the certification of President Joe Biden's defeat of Donald Trump in November 2020. Quote, it's time for us to invite her to come talk, Thompson told reporters at the Capitol earlier on Thursday. Eastman said in a statement posted to Substack that the emails obtained, now listen, we have already witnessed John Eastman to be a liar, a deceptive individual. Well, it's Friday. I'll keep myself in check today. But he's a liar. He's an anti-democratic troll who had a part in an insurrection against the United States. He unduly pressured the Vice President of the United States to act extra-constitutionally in an effort to overturn an election that had already happened. The results were already in. And so he's going to deny. Are we to believe him? The liar? John Eastman? I think not. Continuing here with his stupid quote. Eastman said in a statement posted to Substack that the emails obtained by the Post amounted to, quote, false innuendo based on selective leaks and were irrelevant to the committee hearings. Quote, I can categorically confirm that at no time did I discuss with Mrs. Thomas or Justice Thomas any matters pending or likely to come before the court, Eastman said. We have never engaged in such discussions, would not engage in such discussions, and did not do so in December 2020 or any time else. Again, we don't believe you, John Eastman. You are not credible. You are attempting to shield yourself from criminal prosecution by pleading the Fifth Amendment over 100 times before a legislative investigative body. You're not credible, brother. Thomas's comments were reported as the committee was holding a public hearing on the events of January 6, 2021 at the Capitol. Thompson said he first learned of her interest in participating in the investigation from a reporter as he left the hearing room. Well, let me say this as a little criticism for the January 6th committee, and that's the first you're hearing about it. You're not exactly doing bang-up work in your investigation, sir. Your committee is lacking if you're hearing about it from a reporter in the hearing room. You have access to all the information. You have the power to compel testimony through subpoena. And you're just now learning about it from a reporter flapping their lips in the hearing room. Come on. We look forward to her coming, Thompson said, adding that the committee had sent Thomas a letter. Thomas is active in conservative political circles and said she attended a rally Trump held before the Capitol riot. At the rally, Trump made a fiery speech repeating his unfounded allegations that his election defeat was due to widespread voter fraud and urged his supporters to march on Congress. They didn't add that all of that was untrue, that he lost fair and square in a free and fair democratic election. Her political involvement has raised questions about whether her husband should recuse himself from cases involving Trump and the Capitol riot. Of course he should. There's no code of conduct or code of ethics for the Supreme Court, shockingly. We just leave it up to them and their high-mindedness to do the right thing. When we have evidence, reams of evidence that is not the case. That is not what they do, especially for degenerates like Clarence Thomas. And then finally, in January, her husband was the lone dissenting voice when the Supreme Court rejected Trump's request to block the release of White House records sought by the January 6th committee. So why, pray tell, would we expect him to do the right thing in this case? He was the lone dissenter, as though he has some lock on constitutionality. He's a team guy. Clarence Thomas is a team guy, and he's on Team Trump. His wife is on Team Trump. And they will do everything they can to drag us back in the opposite direction of progress. What do you think? I'd love to know. You can call, leave me a brief voicemail, 714-576-4054. You can email me daily at Dollemore.com. Follow me on social media. I am at Dollemore on Twitter, at Dollemore on Instagram, and on TikTok, at Dollemore. And if I bring you some value and you appreciate what I do, and you appreciate me more than someone else, listen, if you're a Farron Cousins fan or somebody else on this platform in this space that does what I do, and they do more for you, support that person. These times, especially related to these demagogues, these dangerous anti-democratic goons, what we do in this space is wildly important. So if I am your guy, I would appreciate that. Consider supporting my work. You can click the join button for $2 a month. You can become a channel member, or you can go over to patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast. Both those are great ways to support what I do. But again, if there's somebody else who does more for you, I freely say go support that person. Anyway, I love you guys so much. Thanks for engaging with my content. I will see you next time. Have a fantastic, safe weekend. Be genuine. Take care of one another.